If you could predict the future of Khamenei, what would you have to say about it?
Khamenei is already given his predecessor. He's already named 4 people to take over in case he passed on. He's too old. He's still conscious. He was yesterday attending some prayer for Ramzan, so he is doing well. It's not the problem of the people concept. They are trying to sell us the Western narrative. It is Khamenei, it's the Islamic Revolution. It's nothing to do neither with the nuclear program of Iran, nor with Khamenei in power. This is not a failed state. This is not a raw state. It's absolutely a system which is already running the country. They have a democratically elected government which is run by the president, and there's a system, there's a parliament. He is the supreme leader. He might be the reference of many of the decisions of the government, but he has also been renewed his election every 6 months. So therefore, he's not at the end of the day, the man who says everything on. The daily work is run by the government. So why do we look at it from those angles? America is not going to Iran because of its nuclear program. A nuclear program have been negotiated since 2006. And then 2015, the American 5+1, they have agreed, and they have already sat across the table, and they have decided that this is a nuclear deal only for civilian purpose, and Iran sanctions was lifted. And then the American president come back, and he says he's better than Obama. He said, no, I can give a better deal. He canceled the deal with the international deal they reached with Iran after 2 years of negotiation, and then he started now with the war last year on Iran because of Israel. So this time, he is going for a war with Iran on his own behalf, because there are too many issues in his mind. Remember the Jeffrey Epstein file, and the Israeli Mossad is blackmailing him. He is going for a war because they told him, if you don't, there are tapes, there are allegedly tape of raping underage girls by President Trump. Then what you're going to do? I mean, that kind of bullying on that kind of attack on nations by an American president who have attacked even the foes and the friends. So how can you expect this American president to predict what could be the next in this region? Is the predictions that you are going for a war, you're piling all this army, you're bringing all these warships to this region, you're creating havoc in the region, you're going to close the Strait of Hormuz, you're going to close the Red Sea, you're closing the Suez Canal. Then what is this? You are attacking China and Russia and the rest of Asia, who dependent more on the oil from the Gulf country, where 60% of the oil go to Asia. So what does it mean? America is thousands of miles away. It is a global fight of who will be the superpower, who can submit the supreme on the world affairs. And America think that they are still the unipolar world. Is no more. So unilateralism and exceptionalism pushing us into a war where the Iranian at the receiving end, irrespective whether it is Khomeini, whether it's Khamenei, whether it is Pahlavi, the American think that time is over. When Shah of Iran was imposed on the Iranian, after the American toppled the elected government of Mossadegh. Mossadegh was elected by the people of Iran in 1953, and America with the Mossad, with the MI6 of Britain, they toppled the government. So what you want to tell me, that the Americans are bringing democracy to the region? Give me any country where America invaded or intervened have democracy.
I'm curious, when we talk about nuclear negotiations, they have been renewed. There have been 2 rounds until now in the renewed talks. What do you think the intent was behind this? Do you think that it was just for optics to renew the nuclear negotiations, or do you think there was a real intent from Washington's side to figure out a way to maintain peace in the region and reach a deal?
American wanted to reach a deal, but the Israeli pushing the American president. Everybody knows that Netanyahu, if you look at the history of Netanyahu, go to YouTube and see. He wanted to topple the USSR. He said these are bad for the world. Then he said the Shah of Iran. Then he said it is also Saddam Hussein. Then he said it is the Libyan president. Then he said the Syrian president. And then he talked about the Venezuela. What kind of American, who is running the foreign policy of the United States? Is it the military industry, or is it the Israelis lobby that they are doing? So I think this is the question here has to be asked. I don't know how a superpower can behave like somebody is forcing you to go for a war, you will go for a war. This is what's going to in our region. None of the Arab countries, none of the people on the region wanted the war. None of them. Even the Arab countries, the Gulf country, have made it very clear vocally for the United States, we will not allow you to use your military bases inside and to attack Iran, because Iran made it also clear for the Arab countries that any attack by the American troops from your country, you are a legitimate target. So the whole region will be on boil. It will be a turbulence, total chaos. It's not easy to take Iran. Iran is not Venezuela. Iran is not Iraq. Iran is a huge country, 1.5, 1.2 square million kilometers. It's not a small country, and they have a ballistic missile, and Israel will be the target. Imagine if tomorrow Iran retaliate and attack the nuclear site of Israel inside Israel. And who will have the effect? The radiation will come to us, nothing to the American. We will be affected first. So I think they are not measuring well the catastrophe of the war. You can start the war, but nobody knows who will end it. It's not that swift that you're using artificial intelligence that you are going to destroy Iran within 24 hours. The whole arms, the whole industry of the United States, the forces they are sending to the Gulf country, it's not going to be a war of 1 day or 2 days. It's going to be a long haul war. And that long haul war means the Strait of Hormuz will be blocked, the Strait of Hormuz will be closed. You will have a minimum of 2 to 3 years to reopen it because of the mining by the Iranian. They will not allow you. It's an extensional war. So they will not give you easy or simple that you come and take over and take the country oil and take the country and disintegrate it. So no way that this war going to be an easy walk or cakewalk like for the American. It's going to be a tough and a long haul, and the whole world will suffer. Global trade, global oil supply, all this global chain will be disturbed for years to come. And who will be affected the maximum? South and Southeast Asian region. Why? Because these are the only growing economy that have been showing for the next decade that they can compete with the United States. So make America great is by creating a military zone, by creating a war zone that the American industry can flourish and a company can go to the United States. Otherwise, there is no way out of this mess in the region. We have seen it happen in Palestine, Gaza Strip, now it's in West Bank, and the Israelis saying openly that we wanted to take over the place, we want to expel the Palestinians, we wanted to end their dream of two-state solution. That's openly they're saying. Smotrich, he's saying it openly, Ben-Gvir is saying it openly, and Prime Minister is saying it openly. So then you see Syria, they totally destroyed the infrastructure and the army. Lebanon now, they will take on Hezbollah and they're trying to demilitarize them. And the same thing will happen in Gaza, where they will take the remaining of the Hamas fighters underground, and the American is making it into a Riviera of Trump is making a business out of it. And he wanted to be a long life president of Gaza to function through those money he's extracting from those countries. So it's become like, they don't consider us as a human in the region. It's just like this is our oil, this is our assets. We have to take it back. We have to deny the Chinese. We have to deny the Indian and the Russian from taking over this natural resources.
You don't think there's any chance that these strikes by America, if they do happen, could be limited to nuclear sites, focused on the Tehran program, nuclear program, the way that we saw it in the 12-day conflict?
No, absolutely not. If you go by Trump word himself, he said, I have destroyed totally the Iranian nuclear program. Then why are you going again? I mean, if you have already destroyed it, as you said, you claimed on camera that you've destroyed, why are you going again? It's not the nuclear. It is the ballistic missile technology of Iran. It is the nuclear scientists of Iran. It is the total strength of Iran, the strong country, and the oil of Iran, which is making the lust of the American company to come back and take it and don't let it be. Same thing they did in Iraq. In Iraq, a world of mad deception. They sold to the whole world that it is a war. This is Iraq having world mass destruction. And it turned out they lied on camera on the UN, at the UN, and they they have apologized. Colin Powell, you remember? He apologized for lying to the world that they said the Iraq possessed a weapon of mass destruction. And they say we went for the oil. So what they did, they disintegrated Iraq, they stole the oil, they steal the oil of Iraq and the gold, and they have made Iraq now a puppet regime for the United States. Not even a teacher, a school teacher in Iraq, take his salary without the permission of the American financial center, because everything is sold by the American dollars into the American banks, and the American bank has to sanction till they pay the salaries. So imagine what kind of changes that America is bringing democracy. America is looting their nations. And this type of a president is nothing but a part of a system built on looting nations. And I don't know why the world has to say, I'm not an anti-American, I'm not an anti-Israeli. It's not the question. The question here is, give me one part of history ever since the American came to existence. Which country they have invaded, intervened more than 89 countries throughout their history. None of this country have democracy till date. So what sort of a democracy? Either you give us everything, anybody who using anything, not buying by dollars, de-dollarization policy, the United States is after them. Venezuela, Iran, Libya, and tomorrow even European Union will be attacked because of the euro. Don't see that the American going there. Even they are feeling the hate. That's why you find the German are in China and the French are in India. So they are looking for a new market. Because this is it's a power struggle between the superpower, and we are just a pawn in their chess games we are watching them what they are doing with all those small countries. So Iran knows its strength, knows its geopolitical importance for India, for China, for Russia, for the rest of the world. It's the corridor which you have been using it. So the American knows that if this country still exists, it's nothing to do with the proxies. What is the proxies of Iran? Did any of the proxies they have created, seriously, did attack on behalf of Iran? No, they are defending themselves, whether it is resistance forces in Palestine because of Israeli occupation and annexation, because of Lebanon, because Israel has already occupied part of Lebanon, because of Syria, they have to already totally destroy Syria. Then what?
You don't think the axis of resistance will make any difference if a conflict breaks out?
Well, there will be. There will be an attack.
What
Definitely they will take the attack on the American. They will attack the American interest. They will attack Israel. Maybe not with that much of fierce force of the American and the Israelis, which they are planning to do it on Iran, because the amount of the military plan they have already accepted, that they have already put more than 50 targets, major target of the Iranian to attack, and in Iraq as well, and also in Yemen. And that is also part of the war strategy they have put. So it is the infrastructure, it is the Republic Guard of Iran, it is the leadership of Iran. It is then you have to move with the opposition you have created, with these forces you trained from the Kurdistan of Iraq, from Azerbaijan, from Afghanistan, and from Pakistan to move into Iran. So they have to make sure not only they totally destroy every military base of Iran, but they wanted to make sure that Iran will be disintegrated. And that is what the main objective of the American and the Israeli.